Here, are you gonna smile?
Nothing in this world
Oh, kisses, thank you.
will fill your heart like the love of a child.
Can you smile?
This is Maverick. But before Maverick was even born, baby Knox arrived.
He was my third baby. He was just happy, healthy.
And that's when Alicia Palmer learned nothing in this world will break your heart like the pain of losing a child.
December 20th, it was just a normal day. I mean, we got up, he was happy. Several hours later, I get the call, there's an emergency. And I actually met the EMT workers. We pulled in at the same time, and they were carrying him out. He was wrapped in a blanket. I could just see his legs hanging out, and I knew it was really, really bad at that point.
Her baby Knox, just 3 months old, died a mysterious and unexpected death while at daycare. The diagnosis was SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome.
Every day I sit here and I think there's going to be a mom and a dad. They're going to put their baby down for a nap, or they're going to put their baby to sleep tonight, and that baby is not going to wake up. That happens every single day.
It did happen again to Courtney and Anthony Singh.
All right, let's go this way, boys. She was pretty much a perfect baby.
When their daughter Cassie
Until the night that she passed away.
was just 2 months old.
Something like woke me up at about 2 o'clock and said, "You need to check on her."
He said she's not breathing.
Courtney called 911.
She walked me through doing CPR. So,
EMTs rushed Cassie to the hospital.
And the doctor come in and he just told us that, she didn't make it.
we had plenty of people with us, but at that moment, I just wanted her back. I didn't care, who was there.
SIDS took another life, left another family confused. So what is SIDS? Well, that's mostly a mystery. But we do know a baby is most at risk for sudden infant death syndrome during the first 4 months of life. That's why consistently practicing safe sleep is so important. The American Academy of Pediatrics says that babies should sleep alone in their own crib and on their back, on top of a fitted sheet in a completely empty crib. There should be nothing in the crib with your baby. No blankets, no pillows, no bumpers, and no toys. But still, that may not be enough. For all that we don't know about SIDS, we do know this. It is likely the very moment that a disease we have not identified yet turns deadly. So what's a mother to do?
Hi, this is Alicia with Knox Blocks. How can I help you?
Alicia Palmer started Knox Blocks, named after her son Knox, aimed at helping families avoid heartbreak. Knox Blocks donates wearable monitors that track a baby's heart rate and oxygen level, then send alerts to parents when something seems wrong. Alicia says the device could have saved her baby Knox.
There's a lot of physicians that we've talked to where they truly feel like, yeah, it could have. Just a minute starting CPR could have made the world of a difference.
Even though some experts say there is not a single reported case of a wearable monitor saving a baby from SIDS, but Alicia says there's comfort in knowing when something goes wrong. Comfort that Courtney and Anthony Singh have new reason to want.
I would really love to have an Owlet monitor. Here is a little brief story of why.
September 2013, we finally had a daughter.
She was more beautiful than we could have ever expected.
We took Cassie to church for the first time on November 24th.
We had no idea that would be the last time that we would spend with her while she was alive.
At 2 a.m., he woke up to check on her and she was gone.
That was and will always
be the worst day of my life. We would feel so much better if we could have an outlet monitor. When I read her story, it was our story. I mean, it was just, I knew the pain that she lived through.
This is the reason that Courtney and Anthony
You see where she go?
asked Knox Blocks for a smart sock.
Yeah, this is our miracle.
And this is why Knox Blocks said yes.
There we go. Oh, that's a birdie. She has helped heal my heart. Is that Beauty and the Beast?
A new life both mom and dad are desperate to protect from SIDS. Her name is Annabeth Joy. When she's sleeping, she's wearing that monitor, and her parents say they're at peace. And when she's awake,
Yeah, you got everybody now. She is the princess of the house.
the whole family
Look at Bobby.
finds its joy.
Yeah. You get your other Bobby? The joy has returned to all of us. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna get you.
Maverick brings that same joy to Alicia. And so does her work with Knox Blocks. In less than a year, it's gifted more than 1,400 wearable monitors to parents across the country.
We truly believe that Knox had a purpose, that he still does have a purpose. And we believe that this is it, you know. We lost him at 3.5 months. And he has accomplished more than most people do their whole life, truly.
And while nothing will break your heart like the loss of a child, Alicia says there's something about trying to save other children.
What is he doing?
That can heal it.
With every outlet that we give parents a little peace of mind and a little piece of Knox.
Good evening, I'm Amanda Hara. Thanks for joining us for this special program on WVLT, Wake Up, Babies at Risk.
A lot of students saying, look, the timing is kind of bizarre here. We're in the middle of finals week. We want to be focusing on our tests, our studying, and some students feel like this is a perfect time for leadership to announce this news because there was a chance it could go under the radar. You'll see several Knoxville Police Department officers who are on scene ahead of the vigil that's set to start in about an hour. We are told by organizers, though, that there will be a heavy security presence. This is really important at a time when the Jewish community doesn't feel safe. The Torah, the Hebrew Bible, teaches that in times of darkness, people should respond with kindness. So she's challenging not just her students, not just their parents, but the entire Jewish community, everyone really in East Tennessee, to do a mitzvah or a good deed. Just because you know the rules on safe sleep doesn't mean that your caregiver does. These papers are actually the violation history for every licensed daycare in Knox County. And if you read through these papers, you'll find alarming details of babies being put at risk. As a new mother, how do you make that work? Pumping, you're on patrol, you're probably in a cruiser or working with a guy alongside of you. How do you juggle that?
I would have to make them aware that, hey, every 6 hours I need to run back to the building for about 15, 20 minutes. And if they ask why, I'd explain it.
Employees feel like their jobs are in real danger. Why is that, you ask? Well, Beverly Davenport, she was one of the only people who stood up and said no to outsourcing.
You were one brave lady. I'm sorry. Thank you, Chancellor Davenport. You're like one of the best things that happened to us.
Brent, you were really concerned for some of these employees who faced outsourcing before. You think that this could potentially happen again now. The discussion is back on the table.
Well, I think it will be.
In the simplest of terms, SIDS is the moment when a baby dies silently, suddenly, and without explanation. We're also expected to hear from Reverend Bice, who's from the Unitarian Church, which we all know was targeted in that shooting attack from 2008. So it'll be interesting to hear how his remarks affect folks who are in attendance tonight at this vigil. All right, Sarah, thanks. And that banner that Sarah was telling us about already has notes written on it. One of them reads, "Hate cannot drive out hate.
Only love can do that.
Beverly Davenport will continue to have a presence here at University of Tennessee. She's worked out a deal. She will remain as a professor in a professor capacity with the communication department. She'll make a little bit more than $400,000 a year. That's about $100,000 less than she was making as chancellor. We're live on campus. Amanda Hara, back to you in the studio.